So because there are no celebrations allowed, or at least there's no body touching, no crowds specifically, and potentially less sledging, perhaps, in the game. Now, is the final product that we will watch in 2 weeks going to be slightly inferior, at least for people who are watching it from their TV sets inside their homes? And also there have been sort of talks. So because there are people who like to have crowd behind them. Shoaib Akhtar has already talked a lot about it, and VK likes it as well.
If you allow me
yes,
to add
please.
something in that,
Basically,
yes, and George can basically relate to that as well. George, do you remember that 2012 series, Pakistan versus England in the UAE 3-0? You remember that?
Of course, and I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, but we witnessed empty stadiums. So we have been witnessing that since, I think, 2009 to be exact, if you ask a Pakistani. So we have seen that all. We have gone through that all. It will not basically, I think it will not affect that much. Players will be concentrating on the game and they will do what they do best.
George?
Well, spot on. We have experienced all this before. Even, England obviously are very lucky in that they take a lot of people abroad with them. I mean, it is unusual, and the reporters are very vocal. But Asif's right. That series in the UAE was a really good example. But we've seen it happen other places. There were days in New Zealand, in particular, where the game was heading to a draw and it was a bit boring, and there's no one there. So I think that once it starts, it might feel a bit strange. It might sound a bit different, but actually, I think we'll all get into it. And it would be naive, wouldn't it, to pretend that there aren't times when the crowd can help create an atmosphere. Those amazing days where the crowd noise is deafening, and it definitely can add to that sense of excitement. Okay, and that's gone. But it's really about the cricket, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And actually, I still think people watching on TV and the fact that Twitter or whatever the social media of choice is can help people talk in real time just about. I still think it will be a bit different, but I still think it'll happen. There'll still be some atmosphere, and I don't think the players will miss it very often because, as I say, they are naturally incredibly competitive, and most of them will have played in environments where it's been extremely quiet, whether it's tour games. People exaggerate how few people go to county cricket, but they will have played on days when they haven't been in there, and they're professionals. And, they all understand what we're living through. We're living through a pandemic. These are extraordinary times. And they've got to get the game on. And they'll know that they're on TV. And they'll know that they're in a battle with the person who's got the bat or the ball. And I don't think it'll make a massive difference. But at the same time, it would be lovely to have crowds back whenever we can.